You need something more formal.
Oh, that's...
He's going through some kind of conflict right now. But he'll find his way through it, especially with you helping him.
Well, I don't know if I'm the person, but I'm certainly going to try my best.
Good. Well, good morning.
Hi.
I can't tell you how good it is to see you back at work here again.
Well, I feel like a little bit like it's my first day back at school. I was just talking to Mrs. Tynan about my schedule, and I told her how nervous I am.
Oh, that'll go away when you get involved with work again. Remember how nervous you were when you came back to Springfield?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry for calling you so late last night.
Oh, don't apologize. I wasn't asleep yet. Well, I better go. My first patient.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Say, give me a call in my office when you take your break. Maybe we can take it together, huh?
Okay, sure.
You look very handsome.
Thank you. Still wish you were coming with me.
So do I, but I really do have something terribly important to take care of here.
All right. I tell you what, if it looks like I'm going to be any longer than tomorrow, why don't you flying out?
My surprise comes through. I'll fly out even if you're not.
I suppose there's no point in asking you again what this big surprise is, right?
All right. But I'm going to miss you. And I know that this trip could mean a whole new future for you.
For us. If it works out, the first thing we're going to do is take that honeymoon that I still owe you.
You don't owe me a thing. But I do want this to work out for you, because I believe in your talent, and there's nothing I wouldn't do to make sure that you have all the success and recognition you deserve.
You know, I love you for your belief in me, but I've told you before that I don't want you to do anything for my career. You have to know that I'm doing it on my own. It's like that time that you were going to buy some of those paintings of mine on that first show of Carter's. You know, it would have been such a meaningless success for me.
Do we have to go through all that again? Believe me, I learned my lesson. I almost lost you because of it.
I just want to make sure you understand.
I do.
Well, I guess it's time to go.
Oh. Oh. Ben?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to tell you thank you for making my life more wonderful than I ever thought it could be.
That works both ways.
Good morning, Vanessa. Didn't expect to see you so soon again.
Oh, well, my father wants me to act as liaison between your gallery and the one in Chicago. So, of course, we feel that the more I know about Ben's career, the better it'll be.
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
May I ask you something?
Well, certainly.
How many other artists have you helped like this?
Why do you ask that?
Well, I'm interested because you have more drive than any professional artist representative I've ever known.
Well, I do most things better than most people. But to answer your question, Ben is only the second artist that I've taken an active interest in promoting.
I assume the first has his paintings in the museums all over the world by now.
Oh. No. As a matter of fact, he had a very bright future, but then he turned out to be a terrible ingrate. Just dropped right out of sight. Nobody heard anything after him. But to get back to Ben, my father needs a complete accounting of all his sales from his showing at the gallery here.
All right, but that'll take some time. I'll have to go through the books. I'll call you later with the figures.
Oh, wait. You see, I told my father that I'd get the information to him before Ben arrived in Chicago. What's that?
It's a brochure that we printed up for Ben's first showing.
Uh-huh.
I'll
Very
keep
nice.
it if you like.
Thank you.
I'll get the figures for you. Excuse me.
Yes, thank you. confidential. Through a private confidential arrangement with Amanda Wexler, who has agreed to underwrite the cost of the first year of this artist contract in the amount of $25,000. And Amanda Wexler has persuaded me to go ahead with a show for Ben McFarren in spite of the portrait being destroyed, which I hoped would represent his new period. Once again, Amanda has promised to underwrite any financial loss incurred by this gallery. How perfect. Boros was right.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented by Dash, the detergent with concentrated cleaning power. Dash, get your clothes visibly clean. And by Puritan Oil for great tasting food and more.
Mom!
What?
What did you do to this fish?
Why?
It's delicious.
I cooked it in Puritan oil.
Puritan's so light, it does let the natural flavor of food come through. Should I tell them what's more important to me than great taste? That Puritan is made with sunflower oil, so it helps in our diet to fight cholesterol? Nah, let them think it's just great-tasting fish. I know it's more.
Puritan Oil, great taste and more.
Oh, no. That's my piece.
Yours got away.
Would you let someone bake wet mud into your baby's best shirt in a hot dryer?
It's going to make... Hi, Jess. Hello. Come on in. Thank you.
Miss him already, don't you?
Yes, I do. That show. I think he's probably hasn't even arrived at the airport yet, and I feel like he's been gone for days. This place is so empty without him. Well, why didn't you go with him? Well, I would have, except I had something very important to take care of here. Something I couldn't put off. So, how's Mother this morning?
I'm afraid she's a little irritable. I think it's the weather.
No, it's not the weather. I think I'm responsible for that irritability.
Oh, why?
Because of the conversation we had last night. There are just some things I can't discuss with my mother without causing her embarrassment or putting her on the defensive. You would think I would know better by now, but I just keep wishing she would change.
You know your mother adores you.
In her way, she does, yes. It's just that I think sometimes she would prefer if I turned back into that shy, insecure little girl again. Like I was before I met Ben. Well, that little girl doesn't exist anymore. Except in my mother's memory.
Why don't you give her a little time to adjust? It takes time. I'm having my difficulties, too, trying to accept the fact that my 17-year-old daughter is seriously involved with a young man.
Well, at least you're making an effort. Which reminds me, where's Morgan today, anyway?
I dropped her over at Bert's. I think they're going to go by Ed's for a swim. You know, I have a feeling she'd spend all of her time with Tim Werner if he didn't have a summer job.
I wish I'd been more like her at 17.
I only hope she gets through these difficulties. And maybe someday she'll have a solid marriage like yours and Ben's.
I was going to tell Ben something before he left. Just couldn't bring myself to do it. I really should have. Jennifer, I made a bad error in judgment before we were married. And it's, well, taken too long to tell him about it.
You know, knowing Ben, I think he'll understand. You know, Amanda, there are certain things that I understand what you're saying, and I think it's important that you tell these things to Ben. I kept something from my husband once. And something that happened a long time before we were married. When he found out, our marriage was never the same. Amanda, don't let that happen to you.
I won't. I couldn't bear it if it did. So no matter how much I dread it, I'll tell him as soon as he gets back.
Hello?
Hi, Kelly. It's Hillary.
Hi.
Ed told me you'd be at home studying.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, I've been wanting to call you ever since I got up this morning and apologize about last night, but I just didn't really know how to do it.
No, you don't have to apologize. I mean, if anybody should apologize, it should probably be me for telling you how you were really feeling the other day. That was pretty presumptuous of me.
No, not at all. I mean, that's part of the closeness we have between each other, and that's very important to me.
Well, it's very important to me, too, Kelly. I guess that's what I was really calling to tell you.
Listen, I'm sorry about the way I acted last night.
Oh, look, just forget about it, okay? How's your schedule for today?
Well, I have a couple classes this morning, and, I think I'm going to come to the hospital before that, so, we can talk and make some long-range plans, okay?
I'd like that.
Good. Well, listen, I'll see you later, all right?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Is anybody home?
Yeah, Bert, I'm out here on the patio.
Well, good morning, Kelly. We got everybody gone. I'm so glad you're still here. Hi.
One more.
Are you using the wrong machine to soften your clothes?
I use a washer and a...
Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central and Mountain.
Holly, all I can tell you is that changing your name from Thorpe back to Norris is a very simple legal procedure. I just get a court date, the judge asks you some questions, and then he sends you a document certifying the change of name. That's all there is to it.
What sort of questions would he be asking me?
Oh, just why you want to change your name, so he knows that you're not changing it to avoid impending lawsuits or outstanding debts, things like that.
You don't think he'd want to know any details about Roger, do you?
No, I don't think so. Just a matter of telling him that your husband is dead and that you feel that life would be much simpler if you went back to your maiden name.
Right. Well, okay, I'd like you to go ahead with it when you can.
Okay. Shall do.
Okay.
Are you going back to the hospital?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, wait just a second. I'll go back with you. I got to talk to Ed before I go. Yeah, Laney, would you come in here, please? Thank you.
I hope you find what you're looking for in San Juan.
So do I. But if this lead pays off, as I hope it does, it may destroy my relationship with Hope.
Sure is unfortunate that things can't be as simple, as clear-cut as we'd like them to be.
Isn't that a fact? Laney, I'm going to be going to the hospital, and then I'm going to go home and pack and change clothes and head to the airport. Were you able to get in touch with Don Jordan down the hall?
Yes, I did, and he said that he'd be happy to take care of all the appointments you and Ross have for the next 3 days. I called your clients and told them, and any more calls that come in, I'll just either set up appointments for you when you get back, or I'll refer them to Mr. Jordan.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'll call you as soon as I get to San Juan.
All right.
Good luck holding down the fort.
Thank you. So long. Bye-bye, Hallie. Have a good trip, Mike.
Thank you.
Hello, Laney.
Oh, hello, Vanessa.
Is Ross in court? He's not in his office.
No, he's on his way to London.
London?
He had some business come up over there.
Well, why in the world didn't he tell me where he was going?
Well, with a very sudden decision.
Uh-huh. When will he be back?
Well, I'm not sure. But except for cleaning out his things, he won't be working here when he does get back. He's accepted the appointment of assistant district attorney.
Well, my. If your brother isn't just full of surprises, but of course that's what makes him so intriguing.
Can I give him a message if he calls?
Yes, you can. You can tell him that I'm working on a little surprise of my own for his return.
Is that all?
Yes. He'll understand what I mean. Bye.
The part of Jackie Spaulding is now being played by Carrie Mowry.
Well, is that everything?
I certainly hope so. Philip, I'm sorry I can't drive up there with you, but I will come up as soon as I can get away from the hospital.
And it's a great day for a drive. You know what else? Philip, I think we're going to get up to the mountains in time to do some fishing.
Great. Justin, if my mom calls, will you give her the number where I am?
Well, I certainly will, but I don't think we'll be hearing from your mother until she's ready to come home. Now listen, champ, this is your vacation, and I want you to enjoy every moment of it. And try not to worry about anything too much, not even your mother, huh?
Okay.
Did you call your dad yet and say goodbye?
Yeah, but when I called, he seemed as if he wasn't listening to me. And he hasn't mentioned our trip to Europe once.
Well, you know how busy your father can get at the office.
He wasn't at the office. He was at home. And he wants us to stop by and say goodbye before we leave.
Well, that explains it. Well, he's probably saving his goodbyes and talking over plans with you until he could do it in person.
I'm going to go put our stuff in the car.
All right, I'll bring out the rest of it in a minute. Well, thank you for making it all possible.
Oh, Justin. Do you have any idea how much it means to me to be with my son? To be with our son. To enjoy the things I never dreamed I'd ever be able to share with him. Look, I do want you to call and give me some warning before you come up.
All right. But will you promise me not to run off the moment I get up there? I know it sounds selfish, but I'm looking forward to enjoying something that we've had to deprive ourselves of for 11 years, and that a lot of parents just take for granted.
Well, we'll see.
Drive safe, huh? Call me when you get up there.
Well, everything's in the car except for...
Well, let's get the show on the road here.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Ready for the big ones?
Yep.
That should be right.
Kelly, I just talked to Alan on the phone. He's home now. So I think I'll go over there because I want to talk to him for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Why haven't you gone in for a swim with Morgan?
I wanted to get some studying done before I went to the hospital. I guess I should be getting ready to leave now.
Ah, all right. Well, I'll tell Morgan where I'm going, and if you haven't left yet, I'll see you when I get back.
Okay.
Are you leaving now?
Yeah. I gotta get to the hospital.
Are you angry with me because of last night?
No, I'm not angry. Maybe a little disappointed.
Why?
Because Tim told me that you told your mom you were at home studying last night. And I think lies like that can be very dangerous.
Sorry I asked.
Well, listen, you did ask, so why don't we just talk this out right now?
It's the same thing. Time out.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You know, it's supposed to get really hot this afternoon. Maybe we should just sit around the pool tonight and just relax. As a matter of fact, if you like, we can run back to the house at lunch hour and take a quick dip.
Oh, that would be nice.
Good. So, how's your first day back at work been so far?
Oh, well, you were right. The jitters left as soon as I left my first patient's room.
See, I told you.
I just wish everything else would get back to normal so fast.
Well, Rita, we both knew it was going to take time.
Oh, I know. It's sometimes it just gets so awkward.
Like when?
Like when you called me last night. Well, I just knew it was more than a routine call to find out how I was or to say goodnight. And part of me wanted to invite you over because I was feeling lonely. And a lot of other things. But another part of me was saying that it would just not be the right thing to do for us right now.
Hey, we'll be fine.
Sure. There they are.
Well, hello there.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
You look wonderful. Mom said that you looked better than ever, and she was absolutely right.
Why don't you join us?
Oh, thanks.
Can I get you something?
Iced tea.
Okay. Yeah, make that two. I've got to rush off. Pack.
Pack? What are you talking about? You just came back.
Yeah, well, I've got to get down to San Juan today.
What are you doing in San Juan?
Well, I was just telling Holly about it. I have a lead on a woman there who is Dr. Moreno's nurse, and as I understand it, possibly his mistress. And she may have the information that may link Alan's falling with Roger Thorpe's escape from Puerto Rico.
Alan, I respected you so for telling Michael the truth about Hope last night.
Well, I hope I didn't put you in an awkward position by leaving as soon as I told
Oh, no. I think you did absolutely the right thing. And after you left, I told Michael the truth as I saw it, that it was just a simple misunderstanding that can happen between any married couple almost any time. But you see, I'm just afraid that if Hope doesn't come home before he gets back from this trip, he's not going to believe that it was just a simple misunderstanding.
Bert, I've got to find her.
Alan, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Oh, dear, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, not at all. This is Bert Bauer, Hope's grandmother. Bert, this is Vanessa Chamberlain.
Oh,
how do you do?
I'm delighted to meet you. Have you heard from Hope yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Well, I won't keep you, Alan. It's just that I wanted to tell you about that trip to Chicago we talked about.
Yes.
I've decided to fly out this afternoon.
So why don't you say something?
I already did. It's too hot to argue.
I didn't know that's what we were doing. I thought we were talking.
We weren't talking, Kelly. You were lecturing me again.
No, you're wrong. I wasn't lecturing you at all. I simply asked why you lied to your mom about being at the falls with Tim last night.
Because I know what her reaction would be. Morgan, it's so important for a girl your age to make the right decisions, because the wrong ones can change your entire life. I mean, I've heard it so many times I can recite it.
Well, she's right.
She's right. You're right. You're all right. Just because you're older? I'm sorry, I don't buy that. Especially in your case. You're only 3 years older than Tim, which does not make you an authority on everything.
I don't pretend to be.
You could have fooled me.
And look, don't think you're going to change the subject by putting me on the defensive either. I mean, it's a cute little trick of yours you seem to have developed into a science. And it may work on some people, but it won't work with me. Because I'm on to you, Morgan.
Look, I don't want to talk about it anymore, okay?
And that won't work either. Okay, so you don't want to talk about it, then you listen. All right, now you may not want to call them lies, but that's what they are all the same. I mean, Tim himself told me that you told your mom that you were home studying last night. I mean, that's utterly ridiculous. I wanted to go up there and I wanted to tell her that I had seen you both at the falls and that you were still there when I left.
I'm surprised you didn't. You make such a big thing about that so-called honesty of yours. I mean, if I have to tell my mother a white lie because she'll get hysterical about nothing, well, then that's her problem.
No. Right down the line, it's going to be yours. Because lies have a way of snowballing, Morgan. And once they do that, it is far easier to invent another one and another one and another one instead of simply owning up and telling the truth. I know, I've been there.
No, not Kelly Nelson. Not Mr. Perfect. Look, you won't even let yourself get angry.
Because I'd probably say some things I would regret.
I would love to hear them.
No, I don't think you would.
Try me.
Okay. Number one, I think you are scared to death to be honest with anybody, because then you'd have to be honest with yourself and admit that there are things that confuse you and frighten you. So instead of letting anybody see that, you put up this big front that's supposed to make people believe you aren't afraid of anything. It's like this thing you have about making people believe you're older than you really are. I mean, what is so wrong with being 17 and afraid of things? It's normal.
Well, maybe for you it is, but not for me.
Don't you see that by pretending that you know all there is to know about life, you can make some pretty serious mistakes and not realize it until it's too late?
Oh, so I see. So there's two sets of rules to live by. One that says it's perfectly all right for so-called adults to do exactly as they please, and a whole other set for people my age and Tim's. Well, I'm sorry, I don't buy that, not for a minute.
So you think you can go right on making up your own rules and regulations, and you do not even have the guts to live up to them? I mean, like being up with Tim at the falls last night. You must have known that was wrong, or you would have told your mom the truth.
I only know that it felt good to be with someone who really cares about me, instead of somebody who just pretends to, like you. And why does it bother you so much anyway? Did it ever occur to you, maybe you're the one who doesn't own up to things, Mr. Perfect?
Robbie, what happened to my case?
Jeff.
I'll be at Ed's for another couple of hours anyway, if you hear anything.
All right.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Oh, thank you. It was very nice to meet you, too. Goodbye. Bye, Alan.
Bye, Bert.
Bye.
Well, Alan, everybody at the office is wondering where you are and why you don't come in. I hate to run off and leave you like this, but I've really got to go and get ready for my flight to Chicago.
Well, I hope you finish up whatever you have to do in Chicago quickly. Come back to us soon.
I will, and don't you worry. Hope we'll be back very soon, I'm sure.
She's got to be.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, Vanessa,
Yes?
do remember not to say anything to Diane about Hope's leaving.
I won't. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Mike, if there's a trial, it's going to dredge up all that stuff about Roger again, and papers will be full of it, and everybody will be talking about it. It's a nightmare. I'm doing my best to forget.
Rita, can I say something?
Yeah?
I understand how you feel. I felt the same way myself. None of us are going to forget Roger and what he did to us. But if we can talk about it, then we can put it in some kind of perspective so that it is a part of the past and realize he won't hurt us anymore.
She's right, honey.
I mean, I'm certainly not looking forward to a trial, especially because of the effect it might have on Christina. But talking about him is not going to bring him back. And maybe we can bury him for once and for all.
I wish I could believe that, Holly.
I think right now I stand to lose as much as anybody with this, because if I find the proof I'm after, Hope will never forgive me. Anyway, enough about Roger Thorpe. Holly tells me that she's planning to bring Christina to Europe for the dedication for the daycare center.
Yes, I thought it would be important to bring her because of Renee.
Oh, I do too. Now, how about you? Have you given any more thought to it, whether you're going to be able to get away?
Spotless dishes, you can see why Cascade's the better buy.
Tim, I'm going to make some lunch for Morgan and me. Can you stay and eat with us?
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Barrow, but I've only got an hour break from the country club, and I want to stop by the hospital and see my mom about something.
Oh, well, another time then.
Okay, thanks anyway. All I've been able to think about since I got here is this.
Tim.
Well, what's the matter?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. Something's wrong. I can tell. What is it?
It's just that if I'd known Kelly was going to be here, I wouldn't have come over here. I mean, he just gave me this whole long lecture
About how we shouldn't have lied to my mother about where we were last night at Laurel Falls.
Yeah, well, now that you've brought it up, I felt kind of bad when you told your mother we'd been home all night studying and we just went out for something to eat.
I know, but I had to tell her that. I mean, if I had told her the truth, she would have just blown up at me and probably grounded me for a week.
Well, I don't want that to happen, but you've got to tell her the truth about where we're going from now on.
Well, I'm sure she'll hear about it anyway. I'm sure Kelly's told everyone in town by now.
Kelly would not do anything like that. Well, listen, I'll talk to him when I'm at Cedars, and I'll tell him not to say anything to Ed so it doesn't get back to Mike, okay?
No, don't do it on my account.
Well, I've got to get some tips on this coaching business anyway. Your exams are coming up in a couple of weeks. So, I'll call the Wexler place and find out where you're going to be tonight. And I'll see you later. Okay?
Okay. Tim, sure you won't change your mind?
Oh, no, thanks. I really can't. But thanks a lot.
Okay.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Well, lunch is ready, Morgan.
Oh, thank you.
I must say I expected to see a happier face since Tim stopped by to see you. What's wrong, Morgan?
Nothing. I'm just so confused.
About what, dear?
Well, why is it that one person can, well, hurt you so deeply with, well, more than anyone else in the whole world?
Well, from my experience, it usually means that you care more about that person much more deeply than anyone else in the world. And it generally means that it's someone who can strike some chord in you that no one else can, and that makes you terribly vulnerable, which means they can hurt you even when they don't mean to. Can I tell you something else?
What?
It's all part of growing up. So you're just going to have to get used to it.
Hello.
Mike.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was just on my way to the airport. I thought I'd come by and say goodbye. Lucille told me you're down here. I also thought I'd tell you that Laney knows where to reach me if you need me for anything.
Oh, well, that's very nice. But don't worry. I'll be fine till you get back.
Well, now, I liked it better when you were more dependent on me.
Well, I've always been the independent type. It's a hard habit to break.
I see. Well, can't be broken, though. I've become more dependent on you. Why is it whenever I say anything even remotely personal, you get very tensed up?
Well, it's just that I never meant our relationship to go beyond a simple friendship. I have to control that.
Well, why is that?
We'll talk about it when you get back.
All right. I'll hold you to that. Bye.
Mike. Be careful. I know what you're doing could be dangerous, and I know how determined you are to find what you're looking for. Just don't take any unnecessary chances.
Thank you.
Did I hear Mike Bauer's voice?
Oh, yes. He came by to say goodbye. He's going to San Juan for a couple of days.
You know, I think your friendship with Mike is more serious than you want to admit.
No, not at all. He's just very special.
Jennifer, could I ask a very big favor of you?
Of course. What is it?
Well, I have an important appointment at Cedars this afternoon, and I'm pretty nervous about it. Would you mind coming with me?
Well, of course not, but there's nothing wrong, is there?
No. It's nothing like that, really. It's just... Well, I know I can trust you. I think I'm pregnant. Amanda. I'm sorry, I can't believe it. No, God, I'm grateful that you care enough to feel this way.
Well, look, I'll ask your mother if I can leave, all right?
Well, you don't have to. She went out to keep a doctor's appointment, and she's going to run some errands, so you will come.
Does Ben know?
No, I didn't want to tell him until I was absolutely certain. I know he's going to be so excited if I get the answer I'm hoping for. You know, bet he is in Chicago right now. I hope everything is going well for him, too.
Okay, I'd like to make it person to Mrs. Ben McFerrin.
Henry told me you were here. Welcome to Chicago, Ben.
Ever notice there's one house on every block where all
Doing all this week.
Operator, cancel that call for now, will you please? Yeah, I'll put it through again later. Thank you. Diane, you look terrific.
Well, thank you. So do you. And you have acquired a very impressive patron. I mean, I hear that Henry's putting all of his considerable influence behind your career.
Yeah, it would seem so. So how do you like it out here?
Well, I love supervising this end of the merger. You know, I just miss...
What?
I miss my friends in Springfield.
How long you think you're going to be out here?
Well, a few weeks at least. You know, I tried to reach Alan earlier, and Laurie said that he hadn't come into the office today and that he wasn't taking any business calls at home.
Yeah, he's probably taking care of his personal problems.
Like what?
Never mind.
Don't tell me there's some trouble with that marriage.
Diane, forget about it, okay?
Okay, let's get on to more pleasant things. I hope I'm going to see you while you're here.
Well, I'm not sure how long that's going to be.
Well, I have an incredible apartment with a gorgeous view of the lake. Why don't you come over and have a drink with me tonight?
Well, I think I'm probably going to be a little tired after my meeting at the gallery. Which reminds me, I better get back to Henry. It's almost time to go over there.
Weren't you making a call when I came in and interrupted you?
Yeah, I was. I'll make it later.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you very much. See ya.
Bye. Yes, this is Diane Ballard. Can I have a long-distance line, please? No, that's all right. I'll dial it myself. Thank you. Hello. Is Mrs. Spaulding there, please? Can she be reached at her office? I see. Can you tell me when she's expected home? I see. No, I don't want to speak to Mr. Spaulding. It's just a personal call to his wife. No message, thank you. Goodbye.
And Jackie and I are going to be playing a lot of tennis up there. So maybe when I come back, we can play a few games and I can score a few points.
What's that?
You haven't been listening to what I've been saying, have you, Dad?
Yes, I did. I just have a great deal on my mind today. But I'm glad you stayed for lunch. You know, I'm not going to be seeing much of you for the next few weeks.
We're still going to go on that vacation you promised me, aren't we?
You bet we are.
Where are we going to go?
Well, I haven't decided yet, but I'll talk it over with Hope, and we'll pick something that you really enjoy. Emily, who is that on the phone?
A lady asking for Mrs. Spaulding. She didn't leave her name.
And Jackie, can we go now?
Well, I'm ready any time you are, Philip. Look, why don't you wash up before we leave?
Okay.
Alan, what's the matter with you today?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. You've been acting so strangely. First, you insisted we put off our trip and stay for lunch with you. And you didn't say a word to Philip throughout the whole meal. You know, you jumped every time the phone rang.
Pressing business matters.
Then why aren't you at the office? You know, I don't think I can remember a day you took off without the house being full of business associates.
Jackie, just drop it, please.
Alan, I'm thinking about Philip. He's far too insecure as it is these days, without you acting as if you didn't care about it.
When I need advice on how to deal with my son, I'll ask for it. Well, I'm sorry I'm such bad company today, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Sure.
You have a good time in the mountains. You remember one thing. I love you very much.
I know, Dad. Can we go down there, Jackie?
Of course, Philip. Goodbye, Owen.
Bye, Jack. Bye, son.
Bye, Dad.
So how's he doing, Mr. Stafford? Well, he's making steady progress.
Good. Glad to hear it.
He still has a long way to go before total recovery, but if he continues to improve at this present rate, hopefully I can get away tomorrow.
I hope so. I'll see you later.
Bye, then. Hello, Hillary.
Hi. Hello, Justin.
Hi, Amanda. Hello, Mrs. Richards.
Hello, Dr. Marley.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Mrs. Richards.
Hi, Hillary.
What brings you here today? I have an appointment with Dr. Sedgwick. Oh, yeah. She's all the way down the corridor on the right.
Okay, thanks. Look, I'll wait for you in the cafeteria, all right? Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Amanda, how's your mother?
She seems to be fine.
Good. You're looking particularly radiant today. Is there any particular reason for that?
Well, things are going very well for Ben. He's out in Chicago right now, and if all goes the way we hope it will, it'll be a whole new life for us.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Please do. Will you excuse me? I don't want to be late for my appointment with Dr. Sedgwick.
Sure. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If I take some Heinz ketchup and put it in a...
This has been the award-winning Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Janie Jamaica Estates, and Barney's.